Hey, I'm Ishmael. I wanted to give a quick walkthrough of the Entelligence platform. So at Entelligence, we're building an AI software engineering tech lead that can answer the question of how to both make your code safe and secure when working with AI, and also give you team insights into how your team is performing, what's the AI usage, how to write sprint performance reports, and assessments. So you can actually optimize your engineering team and get to the point where your entire team is able to actually unlock 100x improvements in their execution speed. So I'll just walk you through how the platform works. So you can go ahead and sign up, set up your organization. And then from there, you have this dashboard that gives you a full sense of how fast your team is merging, what are the open PRs, and then output per team across different teams, where we actually measure the impact of code reviews. So first, the different tools that we have for improving the code quality and security. So that involves doing PR reviews. In our PR reviews, we both check for code quality, logical issues, as well as do a full security scan and help you remediate those issues in real time. And we also maintain full code-based documentation for each of the repositories in our system. And secondly, we have a whole set of manager insights across being able to show you the impact of every PR and how that is performing across checking across different teams. We will write a detailed performance review for every engineer that summarizes all the work across tickets and pull requests, a sprint assessment, so what has been working for your team, if you've been hitting your goals, and how to actually maximize the value of each sprint over sprint. We have a leaderboard and analytics. So let's first jump right into pull request reviews. So you can go ahead and configure repositories that you want us to review. And then here in the dashboard, you can see each PR that's actually been reviewed. You can trigger new reviews if a PR hasn't been reviewed. We also have full kind of customizability for each organization. So here, as you can see, you can set guidelines. So this allows you to say, I only want you to only flag critical issues or kind of all issues, how you want your scores. This enables a static scan for security issues and auto remediation, as well as the ability to teach your system over time. So learnings allow you to reply in real time to every comment on GitHub or GitLab. And you can tell our system if you want some sort of a comment or not, right? So here I'm able to say, don't check this, or I don't want you to use this model, so forth. And then essentially going forward, our system will check against all of these learnings and store your preferences over time. Another way we've also seen companies want to do this is by essentially taking all of your historical comments and using that to create a markdown or a rules.md file. You can either upload your own, or you can generate the guidelines based off of all the historical comments in this repository. So here, for example, if I select this, it will then generate guidelines based off of our historical comments, and then I can configure this guideline doc for any code base that I want. And this allows me to set specific recommendations or standards for code bases going forward. Secondly, we do, as I said, full real-time security scans of all of your code bases. So this way you can not only catch logical issues, but also security vulnerabilities in real time. So this will go across all of the different repositories that you have and tell you how many issues you have per code base. And then, for example, here, if I go ahead and take a look, it will break it down per category, tell you if there's any fixes that it's auto-generated for you. And yeah, from here, you can go ahead and actually it'll give you a full detailed description of where the issue is, how to fix it. And then once you understand it, we'll also go ahead and create a PR for you. And based on that PR, we will also do a check to make sure that the security issue has been remediated. And once you merge that, you can kind of double check that this icon will indicate that it has been all automatically filtered for you, and it passes the security scan. So this way, we kind of are auto remediating and fixing the issues in real time, and we leave it gets updated every time we put up a new PR. So you get a score at the end of the week of how many new security issues were found and what was remediated. Additionally, we will do secret scanning for you and automatically create tickets for these issues so that you can make sure you're not pushing secrets to your code base, and a full scan history of which code bases were generated with scan, what you need to look at. Again, as mentioned, we do this with every PR, so you'll see that it's continuously updating the scan results. And the last thing is, with every PR, we also continuously update your code-based documentation. So this way you can get a good sense of how the code base is evolving and how the architecture changes over time. So with some of the companies that we work with, for example, it will automatically break down the system into the core areas. So here, as you can see, it walks through what says, this is how the system works. You can go ahead and ask additional questions, and it keeps it up to date with every PR system. So your team has a full overview of how the system changes over time. So those are kind of the core features that we have for engineers. And then we boil all these insights as well for engineering management and leadership, right? So the first thing that we do is kind of give you a holistic perspective of how the entire team is shipping. Again, lines of code, numbers of PRs is kind of a really poor metric for actually seeing real engineering velocity and impact. So what we do instead is we will measure each PR based on code quality, code security, and impact, and give it a score from 0 to 100. And that way you can see how your team is actually tracking in terms of impact against similar companies of your size. And here we can show the median, 75th, and 90th percentiles of impact for companies of your size. And then you can do it again on an engineer level as well as output per type. So of the PRs that you're shipping, how much of them are bugs, KTLO, fixes, or information. And then we pair all this quantitative information with a full detailed qualitative overview, right? So if I go ahead and want to understand what this engineer has been doing for the last month, 3 months, 6 months, I can go ahead and put all of that into this report. So here, as you can see, it's able to tell me what are the main scores for him, as well as a detailed description of every project, what was delivered, what are the technical details, and the impact. This saves hundreds of hours for engineering orgs when they're trying to compile and put this together for either performance reviews or just assessing how their engineering team is performing month over month. We do this both for individuals as well as for engineering teams. So if you go ahead and connect this with Linear or Jira or any other project management software that we have, we will take all the work that has been done across all PRs and all tickets and give you like a detailed sprint assessment, right? So this is really helpful both for PMs and engineering managers, as well as higher ups in the end org to get a full picture of what has been achieved, apart from just kind of skimming off like linear ticket titles or burn down charts. You can actually see per engineer how its different code performance stats are changing, what each person has done, and we also give you kind of key strengths and feedback in terms of what needs to be improved for the code. Lastly, one thing that a lot of companies have really been looking for recently is how AI coding has been affecting, impacting, or improving the engineering productivity, right? So here, as you can see, it will tell you the overall team productivity, AI code contribution, how that's changing kind of week over week. And then you can see kind of how the AI code percentage changes across open, merged, closed PRs. And we also do a detailed breakdown per individual. So here, again, it's how you kind of see and understand a little bit more details around team are leveraging AI and how that corresponds to the productivity, any outages, other metrics. Yeah, so for example, here you can see there's about the same PR frequency, way more lines of code for way more AI contribution, and a much higher impact score, right? So all these trends become much more clear and apparent once you're able to see all of this data in one place. These are all the PRs that this individual has merged. He's above the team average, acceptance rate, lines of code. Yeah, kind of all the insights you need in one place. So you can kind of get a really clear picture of which tools are being used by which individuals and how much impact they're being able to make. And lastly, we've been able to kind of build a system to give more engineering recognition. So here, as you can see, we have both an internal and an external leaderboard where we are able to highlight top engineers, what they've been working on, and give them kind of recognition and awards for their effort. And this, again, is really based off of both the qualitative and quantitative aspect of their contributions. And you can see kind of this profile, and we give kind of updated notifications in Slack and through email channels so that engineers can kind of get their work recognized. Cool, that's a boiling of the system. A few things that are kind of up and coming is full integration with alerts, so you can auto-remediate and fix any issues that come up. We're further expanding the security platform to include cloud security. Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much.